It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody, to the NBA on 2K Sports. The postseason contenders have really started to separate themselves at this point in the season. To break it all down, we've got Shaquille.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining. And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Anthony Davis is out there with Ingram. Then there's Batum. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Dragic in at the point guard position. Now here's Hood. Here's Whiteside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
2 shots. Loose shot.
First free throw is good. Whiteside earlier in his career didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
Now here's Dragic. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Ingram kicks to Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And now Utah, fast break. A wide open look here for Ingles. Oh, wow. Where did that come from?
Holy goodness.
That was beautiful. Now here's Dragic. 9 points last game. There's the screen. Ingram dishes to Davis. Blocked by Whiteside. Hood kicks to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
Outside Dragic. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And it's good, 2 points. You look at the success that Coach Billy Donovan has had both at the college level at Florida and his first few years in the NBA at Oklahoma City. Doris, he very much feels at home in playoff and pressure situations.
Well, certainly Billy D has a lot of experience managing a team in a postseason setting. This is a guy who always tinkers during the regular season to find different angles to help his guys. Billy Donovan, one of those guys increasingly who you don't want to see in a 7-game series.
Here's Wall following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Here's Hood, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Davis.
And the former Blue Devil continues to enhance his offensive repertoire. Rodney Hood, a reliable two-way guard.
And Rodney Hood played 1 season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Greg, from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots. We knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, It has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Wall passes to Ingles. Randall dishes to Whiteside. Ingles, that's for two. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Now here's Ingram. Ingles covering. Ingram kicks to Batum. They set the pick. And stolen by Whiteside. All with it. Now guarded by Dragic. They grab their own miss. Wall, no luck.
He does the hard part, gets through the defense all the way to the rim. I thought the finish would be the easy part.
Here's Dragic. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
Man, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Hood kicks to Wall. From the low block. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. 8 points for Hassan Whiteside. Thunder trailing by 6. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Wall against Dragic. Outside, Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Over Hood. Batum, good. Batum's got his second basket of the game. Now Hood, outside, Wall. And here's Ingles outside. Traps in the tray. And so it's Utah heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And the guys, what's your take on Utah? Here's Dragic. Hood and Ingles filling out the perimeter. Whiteside is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Wall in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Here's Ingram. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Ingram's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Thunder. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Magic.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
Well, it happens sometimes, obviously, where you don't shoot it well. And when your offense is out of sync, you have to gut it out on the other side of the ball.
Davis setting the pick for Ingram. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Jazz leading by 7. Well, the Thunder are not one of the best shooting teams from outside. We know that. They know their strength of their offense, Doris, lies in their ability to attack the rim and get shots in the paint.
Right, because you have to consider the Thunder last year were last in the NBA in three-point percentage, yet second in the league in points in the paint. So when they are able to get inside on a team, that is when they are at their most dangerous.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Dragic from outside. The rebound by the Jazz. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
The other thing it does, Greg, it opens up the floor, right? The other team had zero answer for their outside shooting in that one.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Oklahoma City shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And that one falls for Davis. Doris, as we know, you were born in New York, grew up in New Jersey, lots of basketball talent in those areas. Who were some local players who influenced you early on?
Well, 1983 is the year the Philadelphia 76ers won the NBA championship, and that team was the epitome of cool, Kevin, right? You had the masterful doctor, the power of Moses Malone, but you know who I tried to emulate? Mo Cheeks, the
No
steady,
kidding.
Yeah, the steady-headed point guard who could make big shots and come up with a timely steal. I couldn't be the doctor. I couldn't fly like the doc, so Mo Cheeks is my guy.
Wall against Dragic. Wall passes to Whiteside. Picked by Randall. Baseline jumper. No good that time. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Here's Dragic. Rebounded by Hood. Jazz leading by 5. To the inside. Wall happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Well, he can really live at the rim. John Wall, a great finisher.
Batum dishes to Davis. And Batum kicks to Baines. Davis sets a screen. Davis with a screen on Wall. There's Dragic with the 3. Again, Dragic missing. Dragic against Wall. On the wing, Ingles. He has 5. Hood against Batum. Hood drives in. Batum with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. No good off the back of the rim. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Randall passes to Wall. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of the game. And again, it's Utah.
You can see the satisfaction John Wall takes in making those jumpers. He continues to improve in that area.
And so that's the end of the first half. Utah out in front. They lead by 9. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny. It was a big-time first quarter from Hassan Whiteside. He had 10 points, 2 block shots, and 1 steal. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of this.
The streets and buildings of Salt Lake City lit up gorgeously as we welcome you back to the action here in Utah. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Thunder trailing by 9. And a major renovation completed by the Jazz at the team's expense, over $110 million, Doris, to bring this 25-year-old facility up to date.
Well, everyone will benefit, right? New locker rooms for the players, better seating and suites for the fans, a new outdoor atrium that includes a solar roof. Even those who can't get into the game benefit. Large screens will broadcast the game to fans who are in the outdoor plaza. How cool is that?
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Anthony Davis is out there with Aaron Baines. Then it's Ingram. Then there's Dragic. And it's Batum in at the shooting guard. And Wall kicks to Whiteside. The dish to Ingles. Clock at 6. And he lays it straight in. Ingles has got the lead back up to 9 now for the Jazz.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
To the middle. He had stolen by Ingles. And it's Hood in the corner. Picked by Randall. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And Utah again with the bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And guys, it was just announced last season that the Jazz had transferred the team's ownership to a legacy trust intended to keep the team in Utah for generations to come. Apparently, the move is a first of its kind in major North American pro sports.
Shot clock at 6. Wall against Dragic. No good with the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Greg, you look at the Jazz, that legacy trust means that all profits are reinvested right back into the team.
I mean, a tremendous move, recognizing that the team belongs to Utah and the people of Salt Lake City. This is truly a community asset.
Wall against Dragic. Wall dishes to Ingles. Pass to Hood. Right side a screen. From 13, and that one drops for him. 6 points for Rodney Hood.
Well, don't underestimate the in-between game of Rodney Hood. This guy can make shots from just about anywhere.
Batum passes to Dragic. There's the feed to Davis. Poke loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Oklahoma City.
And they haven't been able to exploit the 3 from the corner. Maybe some better ball movement would help open the floor and get that shot into their arsenal. And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Randall kicks to Ingles. Back to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Dragic dishes to Ingram. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. A shot by Batum, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Randall throws it down.
Well, terrific ball movement there, and once again, John Wall finds the right man at the right time.
The Jazz shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Batum against Hood. There's the pick. And here's Batum. Passes it to Ingram to stop the drought. Drains it from beyond the arc. Ingram's got 5 points now this quarter. And so it's the Utah Jazz finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We got to now start to anchor down the...
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Now here's Wall. Hood and Ingles filling out the perimeter. Randall out there with Whiteside, and it's Wall in at the point. That's the group right now for Utah. Here's Whiteside, and the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
There's Dragic with the 3, rebounded by the Jazz. Whiteside's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Doris, we have so many bigs that are playmakers, even though their position doesn't say they really should fall in that category. But we do have a lot of guys that can pass, that have size and operate down low. Who, in your opinion, tend to be some of those names under the radar?
Well, I go to Marc Gasol, who is an all-star center in the NBA. But what his value is, he's increasingly become comfortable with a guy who they want to take 15 to 20 shots a game. But the beauty of Marc Gasol is the unselfish nature of his game. You can stick Mark at the elbow, enter the ball through him, and you know something good is going to happen. He's going to make the right pass. He's going to lead to the pass that leads to the pass that leads to the score, or he can get his own offense. I think for me, maybe the under-radar guy in terms of playmaking have to be Marc Gasol.
Dragic, the pass to Davis. Over Randall. And it's Davis missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And Wall kicks to Whiteside. Outside, Wall. Whiteside, high post. Baines is there. Clock at 4. Here's Wall. And Utah again with the bucket.
Boy, that is about as low a percentage shot as I've ever seen. I guess this guy likes a challenge.
Batum dishes to Baines. And it's Davis at the elbow. Outside, Dragic. Davis with a screen on Wall. Shoots off the screen, and he hits the jumper for 2.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Randall passes to Ingles. Misses off the left iron. Thunder trailing by 17. Here's Batum. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And as great as Nicholas Batum is, the one issue he's dealt with, Greg, his entire career is staying consistent during games.
And with his skill set, it is hard for Batum to be completely absent. He can play, though, too passively at times when you know what he's capable of. And he's at his best when he is active and aggressive.
Van Vliet kicks to Ginobili. He dishes it to Muscala. Van Vliet passes to Ginobili. Fareed setting the pick for Ginobili over Patterson. That one a little long. Thunder trailing by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Jazz.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Hassan Whiteside.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points, with the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Here's Van Vliet. Frazier covering. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
Now I do what I want. Now I do what I want. Now I do what I want.